Madam Speaker. So we all know that tomorrow is World Teachers' Day, and like other people in this chamber, I want to do a big shout out to all the teachers, particularly the hard-working teachers in Johnston. We have 6 incredible schools in Johnston with almost 2,000 children and young people there. Alloa, Jinglee, Milner, Moyle and Nemalak schools and Casuarina Senior College. I've been lucky to be connected with all of these schools in different ways over my decades in Darwin, and I'm greatly looking forward to working with them now as the local member. My kids attended both Milner and Jinglee schools, and I love going back to the Jinglee jiggle recently, remembering the last time I was there 15 years ago, watching my nieces and sons jiggling to the same songs they were playing this time, I Have a Tiger, Still Rules. I also appreciate the hard work that parents do to support schools, and throughout all my children's schooling I was an active member of the school councils, and it's been great to meet the school councils at Alloa and Milner schools, and I look forward in future weeks to meeting and working with the parents, teachers and children at all the wonderful schools in our electorate. There are almost 2,000 young people going to school in my electorate, and this morning Year 5 and 6 from Alloa Public School were here in the gallery, and it was wonderful to talk to them here in the house and hear their questions and their aspirations. There were future pilots, teachers, comedians, inventors and even politicians. It feels like our future's in safe hands. They had some questions too, and one of their questions was, how come they're shouting? We can't do that in school. And I agree, Alloa students. It's not hard to hear each other in this room. We don't need to shout at each other, but what we can do is listen. And as I've heard the member for Mauka say over and over again in this chamber, we need to listen. With great generosity, he's told us that he and his community, the elders and leaders, have solutions if only we will listen to them. I know there are other members in this chamber on both sides of the House who support what the member for Mauka is saying, who support peacemakers on country, who support giving authority to leaders and elders. And I know this because they've told it to me. So I hope we can find ways to work together to create solutions and create what we all want, a safe, thriving community. I hope we can show the children who came into Parliament this morning that we don't need to shout, that we can listen and that we can work together to make change and make things better for our own electorates who are here representing every person in that electorate, not only the ones who voted for us. That's certainly my commitment to my community of Johnston. I echo the member of Karama's words, let us bring love, compassion and tolerance into this chamber and into our work here. I heard the member for Mauka say that he has never heard some of the language and words that he has heard in the chamber this sitting. As leaders, we must promote respectful and inclusive conversations. We need to be aware of the language we use that marginalises people based on their race or background. And by doing this, we can work towards a society that values everyone and brings us together, and we can show the children that we're all here for, that we can do things a better way. In finishing, I want to thank all my fellow members for their work in this last 2 weeks. I know we haven't always agreed. I know there's been a lot of talk about both sides of the house. My wish is that we could see ourselves as one house working together. But I know we've all been working hard both in this chamber and with our electorate in the times when we're not here in this chamber. In line with the other members, I want to acknowledge and thank the Speaker. I want to acknowledge and thank the amazing work of the DLA staff for your patience and tolerance, which with what must seem like, on my part, interminable questions, and I'm sure I'm not the only one calling on your expertise, often many times a day. Thank you for helping us do our job. I'm looking forward to continuing to do that for the next 4 years. Thank you.
Chief Minister.